It's just about ready for Game 2 of the 2016 Liberty Division Series. Patriots lead this best-of-5 set against the Ducks, 1-0. The starting lineups, they're brought to you by TD Bank. If you want a bank that's a little more human, talk to TD Bank. They treat people well like people. That's why they're open longer than other banks. That's why you can talk to a real person 24/7. So visit tdbank.com. For the visiting Long Island Ducks, led by sixth-year skipper Kevin Baez, 72-68 in the regular season. Leading off, Ellen Lantini in right field. Batting second, Dan Lyons at shortstop. Hitting third, Delta Cleary Jr. in center field. Cleaning up, Lou Ford in left field. Batting fifth, Cody Puckett at third base. Hitting sixth, Ruben Gotay at second base. And 7, 8, 9, respectively, Mike Blanc at DH, Tyler Colvin at first base, and Mike Dowd is the catcher, rounding out the order. The Long Island Ducks won the first half Liberty Division title, advancing to the postseason for the 11th time in the last 13 years. This offensive unit will face the savvy southpaw Nick Turley, 6'5", 250-pound, 27-year-old from Los Angeles, California. He has certainly brought his West Coast swag to the East Coast. 5-1 record, 2.02 ERA. 10 games, 8 starts, only yielded 32 hits in 49 innings logged, 66 strikeouts, 13 walks, almost a 5-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Opponents only hitting 178 against Turley. Somerset won Game 1 of this best-of-5 series against the Long Island Ducks, 3-2 in 11 innings last night. Scott Kelly clubbed just his second career home run in his 240th career game. The final 3 games of this best-of-5 series will take place at Bethpage Ballpark, obviously Saturday and Sunday, if necessary. First pitch to Fellant Lantini. Up and away, it's officially go time. At 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time, we are underway from the jewel of the Atlantic League that is TD Bank Ballpark, 75 degrees and pleasant. Lantini slaps this one down the right field line. This drops fair, just inside the chalk. Hustling in the corner, Carlos Guzman. He lifts his hands in the air, saying that ball was stuck in a crevice. And Lantini keeps rounding the bases. Some miscommunication out there, and Lantini has to go back to second base. So Guzman was deep in the corner. He lifted his arms up in the air, and it's a double for Fellant Lantini. Prior to that double, he was hitting .313 with 9 homers and 75 RBI. Last night, Lantini had 2 hits in 6 plate appearances. So a leadoff double for the Ducks. It's 317 feet in the left field line, 315 feet in the right field line, 365 in the gaps, and 402 to dead center field. Each team stranded 11 base runners last night. The pitchers were really able to bear down when it mattered most. Well, lefty pitcher, righty hitter, runner on second, nobody out, top of the first inning, scoreless. The batter, Dan Lyons, the 2012 Atlantic League Championship Series MVP, a .272 hitter with 7 homers and 49 RBI. First pitch to Lyons, fastball grazes the outside corner, count 0-1. Somerset in their home white attire with their blue numbers and blue trim. Ducks in their gray bottoms with their orange tops, black numbers, black trim. Patriots and Ducks went 10-10 against each other in the regular season. This is the 3rd time in the last 4 years they've hooked up in the Atlantic League's postseason. And the all-time series since the year 2000, 164-162 in favor of Somerset. This is as fierce a rivalry as it gets. And of the 21 meetings between these two teams this year, if you include last night's postseason Game 1 thriller, 16 of the 21 decided by 3 runs or fewer. Runner on second, nobody out. 0-2 count to Lyons, just fouled one down the third base line. The 0-2 from Turley, low and in, 1-2. Curley's best pitch is a breaking ball. He has this filthy hook that falls off the kitchen table, 12-6 bite to it. Good arm action with his secondary pitches. He was a reliever to start the year in the Boston Red Sox organization for the Portland Sea Dogs in Double-A. There's that aforementioned curveball, tapped fouled on the third base line. Count 1-2. The Red Sox released him at the end of July. He latched on with the Somerset Patriots. His first 2 appearances were as a reliever, but he was so electric, Jody said, you know what, he needs to be in our 5-man rotation. And now he is piggybacking the ace, Will Oliver. The 1-2 to Lyons. A 2-time Atlantic League All-Star, and Turley steps off. Turley faced the Long Island Ducks once this year. It was one of his 2 relief appearances, And it was arguably maybe the best performance ever by a Somerset Patriot pitcher. 3 innings, 9 up, 9 down. He struck out 8 in a row at one point. He needed 40 pitches for 8 strikeouts. And the 9th batter to face Turley ended up grounding out to shortstop, and everybody booed Turley off the mound. They were like, oh my goodness, he's human. Somebody made contact against him. I mean, he looked like Clayton Kershaw out there. The 1-2. Curveball outside, 2-2. Now, Turley is working on a full week's worth of rest. The last time we saw Nick Turley, he threw a gem against the Bridgeport Bluefish, September 14th. Patriots won that game 1-0 when the tying run was thrown out at the plate in the 9th inning. The 2-2 swung on and missed, 92 miles per hour, strike 3. Turley might lull you to sleep with that curveball, then he'll keep you honest with a blistering fastball. Lions late catching up. 1 out, runner on second. That's an unproductive out. Bare minimum, Lions trying to hit the ball on the ground to the right side. Here's the defense behind Nick Turley, left to right in the outfield. Eggleston, Zarillo, Guzman, left to right around the diamond. Vidal, Kelly, Ferris, Laher, and the batterman of Turley is Gonzalez. It's the same exact starting lineup Somerset used in their Game 1 3-2 11-inning win last night against Long Island. Jumping to the first pitch, Delta Cleary Jr., foul behind home plate, count 0-1. 1 out, runner on second, top of the first inning. No score between the Ducks and the Patriots. I'm Justin Antweil from the Fullerton.com press box. One of the turning points of last night's game was when Kyler Newby faced Delta Cleary Jr. The score was tied at 2 in the top of the 9th inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-0 count. Newby threw a strike, and then the curveball was popped up to shallow left center. Eggleston made the catch. Violent fist pump from Newby, and the Patriots would go on to win the game 2 innings later. But yeah, Newby was 1 pitch away from walking in a run. He certainly walked a fine tightrope to wiggle in and out of trouble. 1-1 here to Delta Cleary Jr., a .321 hitter with 3 homers and 52 RBI. Bats from the left side. There's that lethal curveball. Swung on top of and missed. Count 1-2. Cleary Jr. had a great regular season, 2nd straight year with the Ducks. Finished with the 3rd best batting average in the Atlantic League at .321. Runner on second, 1 out. A leadoff ground rule double for Phelan Lentini. Lions struck out. Turley 66 strikeouts, 13 walks in the season. The 1-2. Curveball swung on and missed, strike 3. This is a Patriots pitching staff that has struck out the 2nd most batters in the Atlantic League. 2 outs, runner on second. No score, top of the first inning between Long Island and Somerset. And digging in, the cleanup hitter, Lou Ford. .305 hitter, 5 home runs, 30 RBI. In his 7th year with the Long Island Ducks, former big leaguer with the Minnesota Twins and Baltimore Orioles. Is certainly one of the premier players the league has ever seen. Deep breath from Turley. The pitch. Fastball in for a called strike, 0-1. But Ford quiet last night. 0 for 4 with a walk. So dating back to last year's postseason, Lou Ford won for his last 22 in serious September baseball. Hard to digest those type of stats. The 1-0-1. Jammed him foul. Count 0-2. Ford missed about 6 weeks of the season with a hamstring injury. He also serves as the team's hitting instructor. 39-year-old Phelan Lentini on second. 39-year-old right-hander Lou Ford in the box. Nick Turley yielded a leadoff double, but he struck out. Lions swinging, Cleary Jr. swinging. He's in the driver's seat against Ford. The 0-2 from Turley to Ford. Line drive down the right field line, spins foul near the lawn seating area, out of play. Turley has advanced as high as the AAA level with the New York Yankees organization. In fact, Turley pitched a lot of important games for the Trenton Thunder, just 45 minutes away from here, when he was part of the Yankees farm system. He's a fierce competitor. He loves to rise to the occasion. Trying to work around a leadoff double. Opponents with 2 outs and runners in scoring position only bat .227 against the stud southpaw. The breaking ball, clubbed foul behind home plate. Just getting a piece to stay alive, Lou Ford. In 7 years in the Atlantic League, Lou Ford is a career .338 hitter. He was the 2014 Atlantic League's most outstanding player. That year, he played in all 140 games. Two-strike clap picks up. Turley thinking about trying to strike out the side. The 0-2. Curveball swung on and missed, strike three. Back-to-back-to-back strikeout swingings for Nick Turley. Through one half inning of play, none for Long Island. Somerset, they're coming to bat.